everyone, Andre Zebart from ADZebart.com. Coming today to talk to you about purchase decisions and the thought patterns behind them. When you talk to people about something they purchased, they will come up with some very good reasons for that purchase decision. But here's a little known secret as to what really drives buying decisions. Their initial decision to buy a car, or choose a car mechanic for instance, is completely subconscious. And they will be habitually consistent about how they do it as well. If you bought a car before, the way you choose it will be the same the next time. Or if you choose a car mechanic to work on that car, you will be choosing that the same way again too. So it's two different buying decisions, and there are two different processes that went into it. You can learn about the process that went into that decision though. The algorithm exists, and if you pay attention to their IQs when they answer, you can figure it out. So, you ask someone, what is it about that car which led you to buy it? And she responds, the car just spoke to me and I felt we were made for each other. She told you that the input which triggered the emotional kinesthetic response was auditory. You ask the guy, what was it about that car mechanic that got your business? He comes back with, I paid attention and watched what he was doing and I saw that he knew what he was doing. Therefore I trusted him. He just told you that the feeling of trust came from a visual stimulus. Here's the problem. More often than not, people won't tell you why they really made a purchase decision, because they really don't know. This is where IQs come into play. If someone gives you their language style and their eye movements are incongruent with what they said, you need to get multiple passes at it to nail it down. For example, someone said, that car spoke to me, and their eyes moved upwards, which is the IQ for a visual process. You don't have a solid determination for their preference yet. What you need to do is ask a series of questions. They may seem to be designed to get at specifics, but what you're really trying to do is calibrate for a preferred language. Back to the car example. You say, if you could think about the last car you bought. Right before she answers, her eyes pop up and to the right. And you say, what was it about it that made that decision for you? She replied, I like the looks. Okay, pretty easy to see visual language and the IQ was congruent with it. You follow up with, what was the second thing that made you want it? And she quickly responds, price, as her eyes move down and to my left. That shows me the kinesthetic trigger. And you follow up with, what cinched the decision for you? And she replies, finance terms were good. Her eyes go up to my right, which is of course the visual IQ. So with three simple questions, you can be able to nail down which sense triggers an emotional buying response. And your follow-up could be something like, let's take a look at a car which will fit you like a glove and you'll look great in it. In this statement, you open and close with a visual stimulus and tied it to a kinesthetic sensation. So what is important to note? This formula is able to be used where buying a car is concerned, but this is just for a car. Their decision for choosing a mechanic to care for their new baby will be a totally different process. When you are writing copy for broadcast ads, you're not going to have the luxury of calibrating for a particular person's preferred sense. So you're going to need to design your copy to be peppered with all three sensory inputs. This has been a public service announcement from ADZebart.com. Wishing you positive inputs.